all these religious people, most especially those who call themselves Christian, I pity for now, honestly. Sometimes I just imagine what you guys pass through, having to preach or defend something you have no knowledge of, something you know nothing about, just for what you were being told. You're going into the world, going into the street to start saying things that you can't even defend when questions are being thrown at you. I remember some Christians once walking up to me, say, Odalo, we want to introduce you to Christ. We want you to meet Christ. We are here to share the gospel. They started saying so many things. And at the end of the day, they want me to give my life to Christ. And I asked them, why? Why should I give my life to someone I don't know? They said, because he gave his life for me, that he died for my sin. And I was like, really? Did he die for my sin? They said, yes. I said, then I can't give my life to someone who has no immunity over death, someone that could die for whatever reason. No. And they said, no. He's not dead. That he lives on. He still lives. That he resurrected after the third day. And I said, okay, that even make it worse. If he actually didn't die for me, then why should I give him my life? What has he done for me? The Christian guy got confused. Firstly, you say he died for me. I said I cannot worship a God that is not immune to death, that can also die like me. And then he turned around to say, no. He wasn't dead after all. He just died. After 3 days, he resurrected, which means he still lives. He didn't die for me, right? So what do I owe him? So I'm throwing this question out to you, Christian, watching this video. This is where most of you get really confused. You go out there telling the world, telling the gullibles and those that care to listen that Jesus died for them. And at the same time telling them he still lives. Which one do you want us to take? For those that believe he was only dead for 3 days, somebody who was in coma for 3 days should not be classified as dead. And when he finally arose, then that is no longer same. You can no longer say such person died. He only went asleep for 3 days. So when you say he died for mankind, the sacrifice and all of that, what are you talking about? Does it make sense to anybody with reasoning that somebody who died for mankind still lives? Now, it's difficult for the Christian to admit that he died. It confuses and it gets more worse for them to even admit that he didn't die. So at the end of the day, they just get lost. And I'm very good at tampering with their cycle because they don't know how to use sense. A man you said died. When I tell you I will not worship a dead God, you will tell me he still lives. Then I tell you I can also not worship someone who could not die for me. So at the end of the day now, the Christian get confused. I bet my people, how now see him? Oh, you're still reasoning this one.